Hey y'all, I'm shooting this video after we got dropped off from Rambling Roots Hostel to got dropped off at Smokies Gap. Came down the forest road a little bit because they're doing some construction here, but I didn't film anything really of note when I was at Rambling Roots. We just did some basic town runs. I didn't do anything, you know, vacation-y or interesting. Basically just hung out at the hostel. So yeah, basically this is gonna be all the, like, I'm gonna count the days. I'll put it in the title of this video, but there's gonna be no footage from those days because there was nothing to film besides me sitting on a couch eating pizza rolls. I guess I could have filmed that. Did you really want to see that? Anyhow, I'm at Smokies Gap. We're about to do, I guess they're calling it Jacob's Ladder. I've heard the term before. It's a climb. It's a climb. Anytime you come out of a gap, you're gonna climb. So I'm just gonna treat it like any other climb. I heard it's pretty strenuous, but it's the beginning of the day and it's very early. I think it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So I'll be on trail earlier than I am when I'm on trail. So we got about like 2 days to Fontana. I don't know how far I'll go today. I had a 12-day planned, but at the end of the day there's a pretty big climb, so I might end up at the shelter at 8.8 miles from here. We'll see. I don't want to sell myself short, or but the goals I set are just kind of like daily, are just kind of a guideline anyway, just so I can see where I'm at. But we'll see what I get. All right, so I'm gonna head back, get suited up, and we'll be on trail. See y'all. All right, now that I'm out of the wood, back in the woods, and that construction is further down, just wanted to talk a little bit more about my stay at Rambling Roots. I met some super cool people. Bookie, who runs the hostel, it's our first year. She does it alone. Like, she'll have like a work for stay helper once in a while, somebody who's injured or something, and helps defray the cost of staying at the hostel. So, you know, they do some light chores, you know, laundry, change out beds, stuff like that. But it's a cool deal for everybody. Bookie gets a little bit of help. Hiker gets to stay with a little less expense while they heal up. But yeah, it's been a good couple days there. Ran into Fancy Pants, who I met in Franklin. She's a cool lady. Oh, I met so many cool people. You know, it's kind of crazy because, you know, the cast of characters changes every day. Not when you're at a hostel. You know, some people are hiking out, new people come in. So when you stay for like 2 days, for like I did, you just get to meet a lot of different people. Like the energy will change, you know, the demographics change. You know, the first night I stayed there seemed like it was mostly ladies, and then, you know, the next day we had more guys. It's always interesting to observe and just to see the different people and how they interact and how I interact. But what a nice place to stay. That it's hard to leave a hostel. It really is. Well, when it's a good one, and I've been pretty lucky in that regard. You know, every hostel I've stayed in has been a good experience. So yeah, but yeah, this one was special. I'll remember a lot of these people just doing runs to the grocery store with well, they're not strangers anymore, but, you know, running to the grocery store and stuff like that. It's just cool. I can't really explain it. It's just a fun situation. But now I'm back in the woods, getting ready. Got a big climb today. I think I said earlier, But that's the way of the trail. There's always a big climb to be done. So I try not to let it get me worked up anymore. But we're either going to do 8.8 or something beyond that, depending on how I feel, where I'm at what time. But yeah, I'll get back to you when I take my first break. Maybe get a little trail footage before that. Whatever I end up doing. All right, talk to you in a bit. The road noise is finally completely gone, which is nice. Back to just the sounds of my pack and the forest. It's nice to be back out in the woods. So I think I finished the initial climb. And I'll be going down for a little bit, but the big climb's still ahead. There's a climb out and then a bit of a dip, and then we go up, up, up. But after that's like the first 2 miles. And after that, we'll be going down a lot of the day. If I decide to continue on after that 8.8, I'll be climbing more. So we'll see where we're at then. But it's so nice to be back out here. It's like I love being in the hostel, and I love the community and the getting different stories and meeting different people. But there's something about being out here that just, I get antsy sitting in the hostel a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of a cool morning. Still got my, I don't know how long it'll last, but I still got my fleece on. But it's a little misty, foggy, I guess you could say. But this week's supposed to warm up. We're supposed to, like, later in the week, I think Thursday and Friday, it's supposed to be like low 80s, like just hitting 80 or 81. But I'll be up in the Smokies by then, so it should be a bit cooler. I probably won't, but it'll be nice. Maybe we'll have some good wake up temperatures. I'll be able to get out of camp earlier because it'll be easier to get out of the sleeping bag. That's really the thing holding me back lately has been, like, I wake up with the sun, but then it's so hard to crawl out of that bag when it's chilly outside because I gotta get my hiking clothes on, and oh yeah. So I'm looking forward to spring warming up more and more, but let me stop talking about warm weather till I get out of the Smokies. I don't want to call down any retribution upon me. It's like, oh, you think it's going to be something? Because North Carolina has had a habit of raising my spirits just so they can have them at a higher level to throw them back down to the floor. Anyway, I'll get with you further down the trail. So I just had stopped for a little breakfast, a little honey bun and some blueberry breakfast bar, energy bar or something like that. Nothing fancy, just stuff I got at Dollar General. A little Debbie, and then whatever the Dollar General generic brand is, Clove or something. But I was saying about something, then I forgot what it was. Oh, about videos. I might fall a little behind. I managed to get some videos uploaded at the hostel. She doesn't have her proper Wi-Fi set up yet. She's on like a waiting list or something for Starlink or something. So it wasn't the best internet for uploading. I was really hoping to get a lot of that done before I get into the Smokies. So I'll have a decision to make. So today, I'm just gonna go as far as I feel like going. I planned it out for like 11.8 or something, or 11.5, something like that. I might go beyond that. I might stop short of that. But tomorrow, I should get to Fontana, and I might hang out at the shelter. Like, I might even zero at the shelter, just to take the shuttle into Fontana Village and get some Wi-Fi, because I'll have to upload some videos before I enter the Smokies, because it's going to be a while before I get Wi-Fi again. If I want to spend the money and I'm feeling luxurious, I might get a room at the lodge for the night, just to get that done. I don't necessarily want to do that. If I can, like, take an early shuttle into the village and get some stuff done without staying at the lodge, I'll do that instead. Because, I mean, I think the lodge is fairly reasonably priced. I heard a couple of people making reservations there, and with the hiker rate, it's really not bad. It's not exorbitant. But, you know, if I can avoid spending the money, you know, I don't need the break or anything like that. I don't need the modern conveniences, and I already talked about hotels, but I guess, you know, a lodge is right outside of a national park might not be as immersion breaking as, you know, a Quality Inn or something. I'm not trying to disparage Quality Inn, but just saying, something with the vibe, the woodsy vibe. Oh, that's a good way to lose an ankle. Anyway, yeah, just banding about ideas for how I want to do that, because I do want to get some. If I can do it without checking in, I will. If not, we'll see how I feel when I get there. I can plan these things ahead, and it'll just change. I usually make a final decision. I don't know. Now that it's in my head, though, I don't know. We'll see what my brain does with it. But yeah, I'm just trying to do a nice get some miles day to day, and I'll worry about logistics and that kind of crap later. Today's not the day for that. Today's just a day to just be on trail. So yeah, all right, I'll talk to you down the trail. Well, I was gonna have lunch about a mile from here, less than a mile from here, but there was trail magic at the Gap, so filled up on junk food, which is fine. Had a Dr. Pepper, got to sit around and chat for a little while, probably about 40 minutes or so, but still making great time. I'm definitely not stopping. That shelter is what's less than a mile from here, so I was gonna have lunch, but I'm definitely not stopping there. That was the fallback, depending on how I was feeling, but it's way too early. I still got like 3.5 hours till I like to stop, so I'm gonna push on past the shelter and find a camp spot before Fontana. But knowing me, I'll end up at Fontana, because that's what always happens when I think I'm gonna camp somewhere. I'm just gonna go beyond the shelter and camp. Well, I end up doing more miles than I thought I would. But either way, it turned out to be a nice day. Got to meet some new people. have some Rice Krispie treats and some candy and some chips and a Dr. Pepper. Real nice folks. But yeah, I'll probably just skip the lunch. I'll go past the shelter. I'll probably stop for a water break or something. And then push on from there and see where we end up tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll be looking at Fontana. All right. See you down the trail in a bit. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. I'll try to move a little bit, but got my first little glimpse of Fontana down there. Well, not my first glimpse. I mean, I got spoilers on that shuttle ride, but hiking, it's my first glimpse. Nice. Yeah, it's, let's see, let me see what time it is. Still after 4. Still got like a couple more hours of hike in me. I'll probably, there's a spot up here, well, a couple miles up here, but about 2.5 miles from here. It's got like 3 different spots for water sources, and I figure somewhere around there should be a place to camp somewhere in that vicinity. So I'll fill water there at least, and if I can camp around there, I probably will. Yeah, I go much further than that. I might as well go all the way to Fontana at that point. Oh, this is a nice spot. But yeah, I still got a couple hours. Yeah, it's been a nice hike today. Probably end up with 11 or 12 miles today. It should leave me a pretty short day tomorrow to get into Fontana. It's only probably around 5 miles from here. I mean, I could do it today, but I don't want to. I'd rather camp and just roll in the morning and yeah. But you never know. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to you a little bit more when we either get to camp or get closer to camp. All right. Hey y'all, semi-truck here. Well, I made it to camp. Oh, it's a cute little spot too. It's right here by this little brook here. It's pretty cool. I'm all set up. That'll be a nice thing to wake up to in the morning. The trail comes from up there, goes around there, and then goes over this way. And then there's another little cute spot right across here that I think is neat. Now, if I wanted to cheat tomorrow, I could just cross and go up there, but I'm gonna go around the trail. Anyhow, so yeah, tomorrow it's only 3.7 miles into the Fontana shelter. So I've gone and done it again, left myself a very short day. I'm really playing with the idea of staying at the lodge for a night tomorrow. I looked at the weather. It's not gonna really hurt me. Cause I just need the Wi-Fi, and I'm not gonna have it for a while. I mean, I thought about just going down to Fontana Village and just taking some time there, and trying to upload some, but I might need more time than that, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not gonna stress about it. Like the hiker rate, with the hiker rate, it's not super expensive. I mean, I don't want to spend money just because I have it, but sometimes I don't need the rest or anything. It's not even about that. It's just about making the videos. But today was a good day. I think it was. I ended up like around 12 miles. It was either just a little short or a little over, like 11.8, 12.1. I didn't break any records or anything. I mean, it's probably my second best day mileage wise, but I really don't try to go crazy about that. But yeah, I'm just gonna relax tonight. It was a good day. Met some cool people, ran into Axe and Lightsaber again. I don't know if I've mentioned them in a video, but there's some characters. They're both carrying full axes. Among other useless weight. Well, they're actually using the axes though. They are doing a little impromptu or unauthorized trail maintenance. I don't know. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong, but it's just funny. The shticks people will come up with. But yeah, they're cool guys, and I've run into them a few times. And yeah, I guess I thought they were way ahead of me, but I guess I don't want to give away people's information. So they were off trail for a couple days, so for reasons. So now they're back on, and they were going all fast. It's funny to me, a lot of these young folks that like blaze by me. It's not uncommon to see them in a hostel convalescing for a few days, because you know the trail's hard on you, and like just because you can, you know, practically run down the thing doesn't mean you always should, unless you trained for it. I mean, you know, you got trail runners who, you know, really go after it. So I mean, but I think some of the younger folks trust their bodies a little bit too much. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be just an idiot. But it really feels like I'm catching up to people that I thought had long passed me. I'm actually starting to pass people now, which is odd to me. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to wrap it up for tonight. Hey, semi-truck filmed an outro. What do you know? Yeah, but I'm very pleased with my spot. It's exactly where I was hoping there would be a spot. I'm starting to learn how to read between the lines on far out. But yeah, short day tomorrow. Be at the Fontana Dam. I mean, I'll either be. I probably will, if they have a room open. I'll probably stay at the lodge just so I can get a start early in the morning. Well, I could do that from the Fontana shelter too. Start early in the morning and start at the Smokies. But I do want to. I have to take time to go into Fontana Village anyway, just to pick up a couple last minute things. You know, replace whatever I ate today, because I gotta do a big food carry. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get to the Smokies. I'm hoping for as little as 5 days, but it could take me 6. It could take me 7, depending on, you know, if I get hurt or something, God forbid. But yeah, that's about it for today. We'll talk more about plans tomorrow. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.